Monkeys are trapped by placing nuts in a jar with a small opening. The monkey grabs the nuts but then can't get his fist out because it refuses to let go. Ram Dass concluded, "Attachment leads to suffering. Detachment leads to freedom." Do you have your own hand stuck in the jar? Holding on to relationships, habits, and mindsets that caused you nothing but grief? Yet just hearing this wisdom isn't enough. You have to internalize it and change your approach to life.
Comparison is the thief of joy, is the expression?
Yes. I didn't know that quote when I lived in LA when I first got there, but I was on this sitcom. We were on a sitcom, right? Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm on television. This is amazing. And the people that I was with, who were great people, they were all reading the Hollywood Reporter, and they would read this and they'd get upset. Oh, why is she getting this? Oh, why is this happening? Why are they on Thursday night at 8 o'clock? Why? And I go, hey, that's the devil's rag. I go, what are you reading? That's what I would call it, the devil's rag.
That's so good.
And I go, guys, last time I checked, I'm on fucking TV.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm on television. You're on TV. We're on a TV show. And you're complaining that other people are on better TV shows or on TV shows that have better ratings. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you're looking for reasons why your life sucks when you're in one of the best positions that a person could ever be in your line of work.
Transformation literally always begins with awareness, because people think that they lack access to abundance. In America, almost nobody, I won't say nobody, but most people don't lack access to abundance. They lack awareness of the access they have to abundance. And when you become aware, then you're like, oh, I might as well just go ahead and access that thing.
Opportunity, it's everywhere, but it's only found by those who actually look for it. In a world full of distractions, it's so easy to lose focus. And when that happens, it doesn't just smack you across the face like you might have expected. Instead, it silently shifts your focus towards one thing. But what you start doing, you begin to notice the things that you don't have. You begin to compare yourself to others, wondering why you're not where they are. When this happens, before you even know it, you lose your sense of desire. And that faith to keep on going drains away.
100 million, Lamborghini, a thick-ass broad. All the things that we're chasing are all emotions. Think about it. We want validation, we want security, and we want to feel successful. But instead of looking externally, you have to look internally to truly attain these things that you desire. All these emotions begin within the state of mind. You could truly only enjoy them if you have the vision for the future. If you lose hope for your unfinished dreams, you lose the game. Napoleon Hill said it best in The Law of Success. Anticipation is sweeter than realization. The moment you stop cherishing your vision of future success, you're finished. And nature has built us this way. Our greatest moments don't come from achieving the goal. It comes from pursuing something greater than ourselves. The only lasting satisfaction is a feeling in your heart when you're striving for something that you haven't even achieved yet. When that hope dies, it's game over. This is why people say the grass always looks greener on the other side. Nature intended it this way. That's why, and this is what honestly keeps us moving forward and pushing through the struggle. If you stop wanting more and you become comfortable, if you simply stop growing, you become stagnant.
So, how do you break free from this trap? It all starts with identifying. First, you have to identify what you truly want. What is the object that you're striving for? What is the vision that simply pulls you forward, that keeps you going at the end of the day? Now you got that on your mind, just simply identify what's holding you back. Go ahead and ask yourself what beliefs that you have are keeping you small. What stories have you been telling yourself that simply make you feel like you're not enough? And by doing this, This is simply the first step within the I.C.R.R framework, the method that helps you unlock your potential by breaking down your mental barriers. The first step of transformation is awareness. And once you have that awareness, you can simply operate with these known facts and go ahead and achieve anything that you want. In this video, I'll be going over 4 simple steps on really how to overcome doubt, negativity, and fear. But at the same time, I might at least give you 4 simple steps on really how to reprogram your mind. And once you do that, you're able to change your life. You already gone through the first step, which is identifying what you truly want and identifying what's holding you back. So you might as well just stick around for the other 3. Now, let's go ahead and get to the next step. On step number 2, you have to challenge your assumptions. This is honestly where things get real. The challenge is all about confronting your mental barriers that have been limiting you in the first place. Those hidden beliefs and assumptions that have been keeping you stuck in the first place. So you want to go ahead and challenge them. But how do you do it? You got to remember, most limitations that we experience are self-imposed, meaning we create our own mental prison. We are the prisoner, we are the warden, and we're saying that we can't get any commissary at the same time too. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. The thing is that we build our own mental walls by saying simple things like, I'm not good enough, I don't have the right connections, I'll never make it in life because of this. Like, we literally make our own excuses sometimes to not even overcome things, and then we just justify it. It doesn't really make any sense. These excuses are not facts. And this is only step 2 of the I.C.R.R method. It's simply challenging those excuses head on, and it forces you to look for the evidence. So when you go ahead and challenge those limiting beliefs head on, you want to ask yourself these 2 simple questions. Are these beliefs based on actual proof, or are you pulling the proof out your ass? Or are these stories that you just been telling yourself to avoid stepping into the unknown? So it all comes down to just, number 1, challenging the belief that we have put on ourselves. And number 2, honestly challenging where it came from in the first place. Ask yourself, do you have any proof? Or is this a random ass story that I just assigned myself with? Like, it's real simple. That's all you gotta do. Those 2 simple things. Question and question. When you challenge your assumptions, you begin to break the mental barriers that have been holding you back. You start to see how much in life is there for you. After taking off those limited glasses, you begin to start to see how much that has been limited by you just by these big ass beliefs that weren't even real in the first place. What's possible for you is limited only by the boundaries of your mind. Boundaries are meant to be pushed, not accepted. The day you actually accept those boundaries, it's the day that your dreams, your faith, your desires, your hope, it all dies.
Picture this. There's someone out there fighting, clawing at life, trying to get ahead. But no matter what they do, it feels like quicksand. They're sinking slowly. At first, they don't even realize it. They think, hey, I'm just having a rough patch. But days turn to weeks, weeks turn to months, and suddenly they look up one day and realize they've been stuck for years. It's like running on a treadmill full speed, burning energy, but not going anywhere. They've been fooled by the illusion of progress. Every step forward feels like 2 steps back. Think about it. They're tired, bone tired. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally as well. They've been sold a lie. The idea that hustling harder, pushing through, sacrificing sleep and sanity is the only way to make it. They've been buying into the grind, the consistent hustle, The comparison, the belief that if they just work a little more, they'll finally break through. But that's a lie. It's all a lie. And deep down, they know it. They feel it in their guts. Every time they compare themselves to someone else, they feel it. Every time they scroll through social media, seeing people who seem to have it all, they just sit there drowning in self-doubt. It's not that they're lazy. It's not that they're not trying hard enough. It's just that they've been stuck in the cycle of thinking that's been sabotaging them from the start. And these chains, they're self-imposed. Invisible, but powerful. Wrapped around their minds so tightly, they can't even see how trapped they are. They've been playing life small their entire life, settling for scraps when they could be feasting, dimming their own light because they're terrified of what would happen next if they really stepped into their power. And the worst part, they know that they're capable for more. Every time they get close, every time they feel a spark of something bigger, the voice in the back of their mind says, nah, it's safe. Don't rock the boat. Please don't be risky. What if you fail? You're not meant for this. You're not enough. They're prisoners of their own mind. But the key's been in their hand the entire time. The only thing keeping them small, suffocating in the box, is their perspective. They've been looking at life through a distorted lens, a funhouse mirror that warps everything, making challenges look like walls, making dreams look like impossible fantasies. But what if? What if they just shifted the way they looked at it? What if the chains weren't real? What if the walls they've been staring at weren't walls at all, but doors? Here's the truth. It's not the world that's stopping them. It's the beliefs that they hold on to. They've been playing by rules that don't exist, holding themselves to standards that don't even fucking matter, and running a race that's not even theirs to run. It's time to shatter that illusion. Now, this is where reframing comes in, where you begin to rewrite your story. When these people begin to see things differently, everything changes. It's like suddenly looking through a clear window after years of fog. The obstacles that once seemed massive begin to shrink to size. That fear that kept them small starts to crumble. Because when they begin to reframe their perspective and rewrite their story, they begin to realize it's not about working harder. It's about thinking smarter. It's not about what's holding them back. It's about how they're seeing the situation. It's not about overcoming every single challenge. It's about seeing those challenges as opportunities to grow. But here's the thing. Reframing isn't a one-time event. It's a process. It's something that they have to commit to daily. And once they start seeing the world differently, once they stop letting their old beliefs run the show and living rent-free in their mind, they become unstoppable.
Now, I just told you the problem, and I've shown you the chains that you've been wrapped in, but we're not done yet. This is just the beginning. You got one more step, one final step before you can actually break free and live life on your own terms. You ready to find out what it is? Let's go ahead and get into step number 4. Let's get to it. Alright, now we're on the most critical step, which is reinforcement. You see, this is where a lot of people fall short. They have that amount of clarity that just swoops them in, and it gives someone this motivation horse. They start shifting their mindset, but as soon as life hits back, they snap right back into the same old patterns. Why? Because they never took the time to actually reinforce these new beliefs. It's like building a house without a solid foundation. One gust of wind and everything comes crashing down. The truth is, your mind is just like a muscle. If you don't train it, your mind is just like a muscle. If you don't train it regularly, it's gonna go ahead and weaken. And in a world full of distractions, negativity, the default setting is to honestly go back to doubt, back to fear, and back to self-sabotage. This is why reinforcing these new beliefs is a non-negotiable. Now, there's 3 parts to this, man, and it's really simple. The first part is honestly all about consistency. You can't just wake up one day, say a few affirmations, meditate this a little bit, and expect your life to change. This is about showing up every single day, making a choice, making that decision to support your new mindset with new habits. And that means monitoring your thoughts, checking your reactions, and refusing to let old ways creep back in. Just like an alcoholic, they keep themselves away from alcohol as soon as they get out of rehab. Because they know as soon as they take one sip, they're going to be off that Vegas roof, then they're about to jump off on some crazy ass shit. Now, that was a hangover reference, if you know what I'm talking about. Think about it like this. Every day you're going to have to water those seeds you have planted. And if you don't, the weeds of doubt, they're going to grow back. And they're going to grow back fast. This isn't a one-time deal, it's a daily practice. Like I told you a little earlier, bro, you're going to have to pour that shit out. With your fertilizer, with your weed killer. And what that is the I.C.R.R. method. Identify the limiting belief again. Challenge that belief. Then go ahead and rewrite it. Then, now you know the 4th step. You have to go ahead and reinforce that belief. That's all you gotta do. Now, the 3rd part of reinforcement is real simple. You have to be extremely conscious of your environment that you're around. Your environment is honestly becomes a part of who you are. If you surround yourself around some young niggas and some broke people, you're gonna go ahead and end up just like them. You might just be in the ski mask the next week with a 30 clip hanging out. I'm not even lying with you. Because at the end of the day, bro, the 5 people who you hang around the most is who you end up with. If you're hanging around 6 rich people, you're gonna be the 7th. So you have to be around the people who align with you energetically and honestly align with what you're trying to do. If you're trying to be on some personal growth and personal development stuff, but you're with people who drink every day and smoke every day and don't even know how to read correctly, check your circle, bro. Like, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. You don't want to be around those type of people. If anything, you can still be around them if you want to have fun and, fuck off sometimes. But you don't want to make that shit something that you do every single day. And the coolest thing about this journey, bro, because once you actually remove yourself from that bullshit, you realize how much you've been limiting yourself and how limited that circle was in the first place. The reason why you're having so much fun with them in the first place is because you enjoy doing that low vibrational shit. You enjoy doing that bullshit. You enjoy going out sometimes. Yeah, it's all cool and shit, but it's your small, consistent actions that you do every day that lead up to who you are. It's like a marathon race. You got this future baton right here, you got this past baton. You are the past baton. Your future baton, your future self is always going to be here. But is your present self going to go ahead and lead up to that person to go ahead and hand them that baton so they can keep on going? Or are you gonna fucking backpedal on the fucking race. So like, what are you doing, bro? It's all about your environment. So what you want to do is start off with the consistency. Then you want to go ahead and check your environment. And once you do that, you're ready for the last part of this, bro. Make sure you get those notes and go ahead and review them when you do this. It's the last time I'm dropping down. Lastly, a part of this reinforcement, the third thing, you're gonna have to repeat it. You're gonna have to implement that repetition. Repetition is honestly the mother of all skill. This is where you lock in beliefs so deeply, they become your default setting. That's what you want. When your new mindset becomes so ingrained that even when life throws curveballs at you, your immediate action isn't doubt, fear, or a lack of confidence, or a lack of clarity. It's the exact opposite. When some crazy shit comes to you, you go ahead and you are aware of your old actions, and you go ahead and you ask yourself, like, damn, okay, is this here for a lesson? Is this here as an opportunity? What is this here for? And then you have a new sense of inner confidence that comes in. Instead of responding with those old negative things, you respond with confidence and clarity. You don't take that long to process it, you feel me? But what you go ahead and do is that instead of just responding to it, you go ahead and you take note of it. You just go like, think about it real quick. And then you're like, nah, I don't really care about it. Or if you need to care about it, then you go ahead and think about it from a calculated way. This simply shapes your whole mind. When you shape your whole mind, you're able to shape your reality, bro. You see, it's not enough just to think differently. You have to live differently. You have to act on these new beliefs every single day. And the more you do, the more your outer world starts to align with your inner transformation. Once you align energetically, once you align physically, and once you align mentally, mentally first, energetically, and physically, bro, you're set to have whatever you want come into your reality. This is where all the manifestation and all that stuff all comes in and shit like that. Because this is where it all begins. And this is why a lot of people get what they want. A lot of rich people get what they want because they're aligned. That's exactly why. So when you align your inner world, your outer world has to reflect. That's just the law of the universe. So I have another video breaking that shit down. If you want me to break down the laws of the universe, I'll break that shit down. Go ahead, feel me? But it's just all about your energy, bro, and how you think about shit. If you think about more negative shit, more negative shit's gonna come to you. If you ever thought about a red car, buy the red car. Next week, you're only seeing fucking red cars. If you said, damn, today's a bad day at work, you go home, you fucking fall on the stairs, fucking face first, you got your teeth all busted and shit, your wife said that she wants to divorce you, like a whole bunch of more negative shit's gonna happen. Because it all starts with your internal, bro. And that's when it goes ahead and reflects into the world. I know I said that was my last time dropping down, but hey, I'm getting those squats in, you feel me? But this is how you break the cycle. You already identified the barriers. You challenge them. You reframe your thinking. And now you're locking it in. Bro, this is how lasting change starts and ends up staying that way, bro. This is how you become unshakable. Now, you got the framework. Identify, challenge, rewrite, reinforce. Now, it's up to you to put it into action. Are you ready to reinforce a new you? If you need help with one-on-one guidance and shit like that, description below. I'll be helping you out. You made it to the end of the video, I'll fuck with you. So, are you ready to reinforce a new you?